What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about this. As y'all can see by the title, man, we must go in on these so-called black conservatives. So if y'all don't know who that is, it be a couple of these different content creators. Now we got to go in them at so many ways because it's like, as soon as these people get to a certain limit or a lifetime where they feel like they're making a certain income, they feel like not only is they not considered black because a lot of them look at it like black people don't it's not as wealthy as them, but a lot of people seen to switch their ways. You know what I'm saying? They seen to show their real colors, especially within the world that we live in now, where a person ain't got to really hide themselves, where they can come out and be whoever they are, whether they're a racist, whether they're a weirdo, whatever it is. It's a community for everybody out here now. So that ain't one of the things, you know what I'm saying, where they have to bite that bullet or try to go through no more. So now we starting to really realize that these people actually despise the same people that look just like them, and it confuse you, right? So they use it to be like, okay, we know the tools and understand the politics. But one thing about it is they always doing some type of psyop, and you got to watch it because they be aimed at certain individuals. By them being black with the skin on the outside, they feel like they can make talking points on black people and still be accepted as black because this is what is going on. Now, with me, myself, I don't like getting caught up into the colorism or the racism. Y'all already know how I do on this channel if you already done been on here before. But when it come down to people like this, bro, or how they move around, we got to be on the watch out of, because this is how they do. They show their true colors. This is how they been hiding, or this is how they felt about the whole world. So not only do you have, people, how some people look at people and be like, a white person trying to act black. No, you have Uncle Toms too. You have somebody that look black and they act white, or however you want to look at it. Now, what I consider I consider it as the colonizer mind. Now, let me tell y'all the reason why. It's because they go off a stereotype and a narrative and try to punch and dive in right off of that. Now, even when it come down to EBT, even when it come down to, women in general, they make it like, these same people make it like women of one color is having problems. Women or people of one color is receiving government disability or EBT or anything like that. No, it's plenty of different colors, races, all that different type of stuff. And if you go check it out, you'll be shocked to see how much of white Americans receive it. So when it comes out of these people talking points, they don't come at those type of people. They only come aimed at there's type of, like I told y'all, aimed at people that look like them because they know they could attract the crowd where they sound like they're smart to a bunch of dummies. And it's like on some colorism stuff of hating your own kind. Now, you know how you get tired of someone, you know how you get tired of a certain thing. They even came up with a whole thing called black fatigue. Basically, it's saying they like tired of black people, right? But how this joint work is they divide things. So you could be tired, but this is how it really keep the equalness. Every race got a problem, bro. And look at how the race is designed. Look at the living situations of how each one of them done been played with. So you gotta still have that understanding of how and why people feel like that. Because at the end of the day, this is why these people is in these positions. It's not because they made poor decisions all the time. Sometimes they just get a poor start, and sometimes that's just what it is, dog. Everybody ain't able to go, use their degree or whatever to get a job. It's not that many degrees. I mean, it's not that many jobs in the world versus how many degrees out there. You know what I'm saying? So this is how it is. My night going good, bro. What's good, Ben? But how yours going, man? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, hopefully it's going good because we got people that always try to aim at certain crowds and create shit, right? And based off of because they can. Because they use the race card. And that shit is getting old, man. We live in some times right now, if you racist, you just cut that way. You just a person that don't need to be around a regular society. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of them need their own little stuff. Appreciate that light too, homie. Straight up. So now when it getting down to these people, y'all, we gotta expose these people because they'll sit right up there, and because they're successful now and the level they is, because they're black and successful, they'll sit there and talk down on you like every move you made was wrong. But some people don't realize, bro, everybody's life ain't meant to play out the same way. Some opportunities and doors that you had was able to be open. Some people don't get that many opportunities. Some people get those opportunities and blow them, true enough. But at the same time, you can't sit there and try to judge people or try to shadow cast only from a negative side of things. Don't try to go from a positive side, only come from the negative effects. Don't talk about how, the more black people is more being employed or anything like that. They always have a subject of how they want to attack it. And if you ever go look, soon as somebody talking positive on it, they're like, oh, this person here, da, 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 and they'll try to go on to the next video or whatever when they is reacting to these things. So this is just showing y'all that you can't go by colorism. You can't just look at a person and be like, oh, look, they look like me. They think the same way. Hell no. Nah. Because we have the colonizer mindset, which is a thing. There's only two minds, y'all. It's either your mind or the colonizer mind. So a lot of people don't realize that. You know why? Because is tied to education, politics, business, religion, and entertainment. So no matter which way you go, they got one of these pillars. That's why they always put one of these spotlights in front of you. These false lights, or these people that you thought was someone you want to be like or anything like that, these was the false idols that was explained to y'all. It ain't take no Bible to show you that you can't just, go by what everybody say. Y'all should have learned that off our own social media platforms. You get what I'm saying? You should have been able to see where people be like, oh, I got this, I got that. To come to find out they took a loan. To come to find out it ain't really theirs. You know what I'm saying? If you growed up with any experience of real humans, you would have seen that. What's good, Ball? You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes, like in real life. So at the end of the day, people have things where they go through and what they would not prefer to do. When you have somebody that's called itself a black conservative, all they saying is, I will blow up the whole tank, especially if these motherfuckers look like me. So they're just telling you they're very racist towards their own kind because they feel like they have a talking point and being back and supported because of the skin color that they share. This is what I be calling, the real reverse racism of how somebody actually be able to use the psychology of trying to reverse on something. Hey, if they get me, they got me, bro. You feel me? If they get me, they got me. That's how it is. Y'all the witness of it. Hey, they get me, they got me. That's just as simple as it like that. So anyways, going into it, it should be crazy, right? Oh, it probably one of them black conservatives. God damn it. No, don't worry about it, y'all. Don't worry about it. They're going to hold me down and make me pay taxes. But anyway, let's keep going. So these people always have these talking points. They even send people to attack. So when you're trying to get at these people, you always notice that they always have some funny junk going on. Man, there's a lot of y'all just coming in being, odd or whatever. But regardless, no, that's a green screen, bro. Everything green screen. Everything green screen. That's a green screen, man. I ain't outside. Yeah, I ain't outside really. But anyways, going back to it, y'all. So we just had the Officer Tatum or whatever. I don't normally speak on them people like that because I ain't got time to watch they type of content. Because when I see their content, it's more like rage bait. Y'all know what rage bait is? So it's basically like when people put out stuff just to make you mad or just to try to see how you feel about something. So what they do is just, go ahead and put it out there. I ain't worried about it, Brody. But anyway, so when you have, these type of people trying to make these type of assumptions or throwing things at people, they try to look at it like, oh, you shouldn't have no sorrow, but you should have did better with your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, because now we should have did better with our life because your life was successful, huh? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like people ain't out here trying to live life. So then they make it like, black people lazy or certain groups of people lazy. Bro, it's a lazy person of all groups. Every Mexican ain't a worker. Every white person is not a smart thinker. Every person, like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, we live in a world now where people should have realized, like, we mainly mutts. The only thing that we have furthers our color or coming in as a group is how we think. If we all ain't in the same thinking area, then we not the same. So you're going to have the people that's going to think like this. That ain't how the world works. Everybody's favorite color not going to be red. You're going to have some people that be good at, building a city. And then you're going to have somebody that's good at just picking up a rock. And that's just how it goes. So when you have these black conservatives, they're just someone that was good at picking up a rock. And now that that rock took them so far, they feel like they could talk down and talk on amongst other people that they don't know nothing about. Don't even care about their real life span. What about their mamas? Most of their mamas received food stamps that whole time they was alive. All the way until they got their ass growing and now got the nerve to talk about the same mamas that raised them and the aunties or whatever, to sell some whatever, to get their school clothes, however. So when it come down to this stuff, y'all, we see these same people be complete sellouts. They lose where they from. They even lose and forgot what they even went through to even get to the point they at. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever seen someone, and they'll tell you this, if you talk to a real rich person, before they got rich, they wanted a Bentley. When they got rich, now they want the newest Bentley that's got to be a certain edition, limited edition, just because now they can afford it. So it's like they put their milestone based off of greed. A lot of people do that. So I want to even say shout out to the little dude, Osmond Gold. I was just watching something, right, where he still staying in the same place. He said most of the money invested. That's smart type of living. See, the way they want to play with us is they know that people done got greedy. This not like Native American days or indigenous times where when people had to actually go out there, hunt for their own food. So you couldn't eat but so much if you didn't have it. You get what I'm saying? Now it's based off of what you have, based off of how much money you have. So now this thing people give a respect level. So even when it comes down to relationships, and in a real relationship, when you got money, the people might not go to you because you got money, so it's not based off of they love. But guess what? The people that has more money tend to get more females than they was already getting. Why? Because they like to flourish their money. So they use it against other people. So if you look at it, it's a way to use that shit against oppressed people. So the same thing they doing, they just doing it from a different standpoint. So the same way they done got their little ducats up or whatever, now they talk bad on how other people should have made moves, and that ain't got nothing to do with it. So now when it come down to them believing in politics, like I told told y'all. It don't matter if you pick left or the right, it all wrong. You get what I'm saying? No matter if you pick red, blue, it's all wrong. It's not designed for you to actually win. It was always talking about the higher ups and the elites to be able to go spend 800,000 just going up mountains. And you don't even get paid that a year. Do you know that less than 20% of Americans get paid more than $100,000? I want y'all to sit and think about that. They just want that every year going to Mount Olympics, but less than 20% of the world of USA, just say America, is making less than 100 grand a year. I'll let that sit with you. So now when you start to look around and you're like, hold on, how the fuck and foreigners got more shit than us? Don't get to asking no questions. Because you have these motherfuckers that think just like that. So you don't get it. Like I said, it's only the colonizer mind. If you got your own mind, it's basically like the mind that the Native Americans had or whatever indigenous land they was at before they got taken over, before they got brainwashed, before they got monetized, however you want to look at it. So even going back to slavery and all that dumb shit, if y'all ever go look it up, it'll say slavery came from Africa. It'll say the slaves came from there, here. It wasn't it's a whole mix up of how they like to do things. So you'll have these same people sit there and they'll try to get on the opposite side of these black conservatives and they'll talk from a talking point of making everything sound right. So now in between this, as the people of the crowd, motherfuckers are confused. Why? Because you got two false lights making 1,000 years of argument where you don't know which side to go to. The reason why is because no side is right. That's what I just told y'all about the politics. That's what I just told y'all about the Christianity. Further, this is picking a religion. None of these religions is correct. None of them is correct for you. They was all a program that's running the way that they was designed to run. Designed to keep people into a rat race. Designed to keep people into a maze where they don't have to ask questions because now they're backed off of trauma. You get what I'm saying? So they're using coping mechanisms to stand where they at. What's good, real estate, Kate? So this is just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking about no, it's an actual green skin. Yeah, appreciate that, Jackie. But yeah, that's how it goes. So we got a lot of different people where they get lost into things. Look, as soon as you said something about the Bible, somebody said God loves you. I didn't know God had emotions. Why do y'all make it sound like God is a human? Why do y'all make it sound like God is an emotional person? You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't think God was more powerful enough to be the creator of not just solar system, stars, the ocean, and how the world formed, but y'all think God had the time to have emotions? Didn't it tell y'all that in y'all own book? That God ain't got no emotions to destroy the whole planet or however y'all read it. You get what I'm saying? So either way, like I told y'all, they call themselves my Bible. Please be from India because the Bible come from not America. The Bible got here in the 1500s or however you want to look at it. And the ones that most Hebrew Israelites read come from, the 1601 or something like that. So the 1600s. We not into that. We not trying to get new modernized slavery. That's the same thing as selling somebody that need to just work. So, hey, Christians don't have nothing to offer, buddy. They don't have nothing to offer. They're the same thing as they Satanists, just have a different color and perspective behind how they carry it out. The same shit with the conservatives that we talking about today. You know what I'm saying? These same people, they're agents. They're agents. When you part of these programs, when you in these doctrines, when you're a doctor in your book, you're inside of, you're indoctrined. You're institutionalized. You're what they was talking about not to be. Not to leave a man's word, and your whole book is based off of a man that has no likening of Americans at all. It wasn't American. So not only the translator wasn't American, the book itself wasn't written in America, so it had to be translated anyway. And then the guy that said it was Hebrew text made his own language. So, but whoop-de-doo, you know what I'm saying? No, and God is a newer form word. That's just like saying Jesus. Jesus, the letter J ain't even 500 years old. I don't know what be wrong with some of y'all. Some of y'all have a mental issue where y'all don't want to let go things because that's all you know as a person. Now, how long you have been now when people come at me like that, you can just think about this. How long have you been in a religion? How long have you been in a religion? Not saying when you got saved, because people get saved 4 or 5 times. But how long you been in a religion? Mine would have been before I broke out of it, damn near as soon as you was born. You ain't even get no choice. You get what I'm saying? Your only free book in the whole world. They don't even give you free water and free food. Unless you go search and find it. At that point, you're going to put some type of work in, right? But they'll give you a free book where you ain't got to work for it, nothing. You ain't even got to know how to read. They'll give you that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to start wondering, did they give us the trap to fall for? Did they tell us to read this book and we get trapped into a craft of witchery or trickery? You get what I'm saying? Like I just showed y'all the other day, the book itself says it's full of witchcraft. And if you don't understand that, like King James himself, before writing the Bible, he made a demonology book based off of how to speak to demons. So you didn't understand that before he actually wrote the Bible. So y'all the type of people would sit there and see somebody slaughter 50 people and then make a book next week saying, I love the people of earth, and believe in it and make them a hero. Y'all don't think we got that? Look at our rappers. They get more fame for talking about more people they kill. The women get more fame by talking about what more men they lay it down with and how a man's thriving for them and thirsting. I don't get how y'all don't see this. So at the end of the day, that's what you got to think about. And then when you come to your pastors or the people that have the most power in y'all communities, what they do. Touch kids, doing things inappropriate, way worse than a regular individual mind person would have did. Because when you start looking at the text and try to anamorphize it, you got to look at it like everyone that's in that Bible was a way different age than the person that they laid down with. So now you got to question that. You get what I'm saying? So you don't want to do that. Don't do that. It's a rabbit hole which you're not ready to do. You might probably got a couple more lifetimes when you start getting too lost in religion. You got a couple more lifetimes. Don't put no pressure on yourself. You get what I'm saying? Just know. You know what I'm saying? It's indoctrination for a reason. When you read that word and then you read your Bible and was called a doctrine, and then you said, no, I'm in the Bible and I'm in my church and God is in the Bible, in the church, and is in with me. Oh, you should have known then what you was talking to yourself and telling yourself to walk yourself through. But anyways, that's crazy how we'll get more attacks from Masons and saying random shit than people that actually care in the world. This is how they use the algorithm. So they purposely don't push it to people were more excited or the insight that you got. They purposely put it to other motherfuckers. But guess what? I don't care. We done been on this channel turning trolls into motherfuckers that don't look at trolling like it's cool no more. Because guess what? Only thing you did was help me get paid. You're not doing nothing from your trolling channel. So if you came to try to troll, all you did was help me with the algorithm. I appreciate you. You get what I'm saying? Esoterically, to me, all energy is good energy. So when you bring your negativity, I already know how to switch things, flop things, because this is something I'm not trained in just one lifetime. This is something where lifetimes we've been kicking y'all ass. And this is what it have been. Even the last little bit of history, when you want to talk about the Winter Wars and things like that, this is the reason why colonizers hide these things from people with the education program. They don't want the Native Americans to seem like they was very sophisticated people that knew how to do things and that they stole all the works from, even down to astrology. They was already using astrology before you named this sun in Aries. They was already calling this sun in Red Hawk before you even got to that. So a lot of y'all just lost behind. Y'all need to update y'all drivers. You ever seen a 2000 or Windows XP PC? That's what a lot of y'all like right now, where everybody else is in a whole nother class. They're using gaming PCs and Netra and all this, but y'all still using Windows XP 98. You get what I'm saying? You got to update your software. So the same way a computer update, the same way the atmosphere update, the same way like things go on, you should have been updating. But they purposely held people back spiritually because they wanted the humans' growth to stay beneath caveman level, where the businessman or the sophisticated man could run game on them. So now you see the same thing when you see a conservative trying to run game or talk to people that's not in the same shoes as them. So all they saying is, we're white now due to my money. That's all the black conservatives are saying. They're white now due to their money. So you got people that got money and don't change who they are and start just forgetting where they even came from. But at the same time, y'all remember growing up and they used to be like, oh, America don't have no culture because they don't remember where they come from? Exactly. Bro, don't come over here with no proverbs, no none of that. Okay, you go read Malachi chapter 4, verse 4. And you will see that your Jesus that you keep yelling about is the Son. Right there in Malachi. And then after that, I got all 12 tribes of Israel. Go look at the video from yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, buddy. See, he even behind with the dates. I'm just talking about the videos now. See, I told y'all they out of date, man. The Christians is still going by something 2,000 years ago, but the God they believe in, the letters of his name, is only 400 years old. And it's crazy that 400 years ago is when all the colonization started coming. So they don't look at it like the great colonizer gave us a great story to believe in. They look at it like, nah, this shit is more real than real life. But none of the Bible situations is actually happening in real life. You can make anything out of what they're saying then. Like, you get what I'm saying? This shit crazy, man. That shit be crazy. Like, I be just listening to them like, damn, it's really a mental illness. That was one of me when I was a religious person. That's what I sounded like. You get what I'm saying? Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Zionist, Buddhist, no matter if you're a Muslim, no matter if you're a Moorish Science Temple, no matter all that. Y'all Christians don't even think it's other. I remember being a Christian, you didn't even think there was no other team out there. Then you find out it's Jehovah Witnesses. Then you find out it's more Science Temple. You start finding out it's other Christians that don't even believe in what you believe in. So then you got the two versions of a Christian, believe in a mono God. Then you got the Polynesian one. So y'all don't even know how to get along. So y'all don't even know which Christianity is right. Don't know which religion is more right. It's always a debate. That's the reason why they told you to pick a team. It's just like the NFL. How the fuck is not? Pick your favorite basketball team. Okay, some years they're going to win, some years they're going to lose. Just like y'all arguments y'all have with each other. Sometimes y'all win arguments, sometimes y'all lose, but y'all always going to have an up and down against each other. It's not one or another religion that's just overpowering the other one. Fuck no. You got to think about it. Christians is the most empowered religion, but ain't making nothing happen, where they don't have their own state or don't have their own country of Christian people. No, it's always ran differently. Just describe this guy. This is W. Thank you. I appreciate that, TB. Real talk. Because it just show us like, man, listen, we got some slow individuals, man. That hamster in that cage ain't really moving that fast. So what we got to do as the adult spirits that see that these kids is still waiting on the babysitter. You ever growed up as a kid and your babysitter said, hey, your mama around the corner. They're about to be here soon. Your parents about to be here and to get you. So you better act good. That's what's going on with the Jesus shit. It's the same as the Santa Claus thing. Wait right here while Jesus returns. Wait till the world get bad enough for Jesus' return. Yet babies dying, thousands and millions by now been missing. Everything in the world has already done happened, and you still waiting. Then you going by some letters that's not even more than 500 years old. So you got the youngest God that ever existed in history, but yet you giving all your praise to. Like, this shit is crazy. We live in some weird ass times. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. They don't even look at it like, Jesus, the Son, God just being the all creative being of all created existence itself, aka just like in the Bible, it says, I am the beginning and the end. I don't get how you motherfuckers don't think like that. Like, God is existence. God is not a person. God is not no emotion. God is not no thought, but God can't come in emotions and thoughts. Man, y'all don't get it, man. It be too far lost, man. So they don't even understand the three levels of heaven. That's in your book too. So you have the what? You have the birth, the spiritual. Then right after the birth of the spiritual, you come into the mental world. This is when you develop a mind. This is what the Adam and Eve constellation was talking about before the downfall of them made human. So when you're talking about the mind, you have the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension being the spiritual or being the birth. You have the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension being the mental. And let me break these concepts down for y'all. The 4th dimension is based off of thought. So this is you just coming out to your thoughts because you're no longer in your mind. What do you call a person that's in class doing what? They spacing out. They're in a space or they're out of their mind. So when a person completely, you say they lost their mind. They're out of this world. They're not in the world with everybody else. So the outer layer of the world outside of us will be the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. So this is your thoughts. It could be out of this world, but you bring your thoughts in the world. It's called materializing, out the manifestation. So when you manifest, this is the mind. This is the mind fest. Then when you materialize, aka like I try to say the Satanism thing with that, this is when you materialize something that's bringing it to real life. So a lot of people just lost on that. So it's not a thing of you picking Satanism. It's not a thing of you picking Judaism. It's a point of you knowing how to use all of these energies because that's what these people was using in order for them to tell the story that they're telling you. That's all they're trying to do. Just trying to give you the eyes of the character. Anytime you try to go beyond that, you're getting lost. You don't know how to create these books yourself. You don't understand time yourself. You going off of just saying man created time. No, man didn't. Man traced time. You need to understand the difference. So y'all give credit to things that ain't due. Y'all can't do or track when the sun want to make certain amount movements no matter how much you try, right? You see this junk, right? So people don't know how to do that themselves. We don't depend so much on something else where we don't have the ability to be critical thinkers. Not only did they teach us in school to be role players, but this is why we have these type of roles. Get on. When you got somebody that's black conservative, what they do is just judge things to be like, yeah, I'm a racist, but the way I'm going to carry this out is I'm going to only go after the people that look like me because they're not going to push the gas. It's hard because they think I'm one of them, but just feel like I'm lost. No, they know exactly what the fuck they be doing. They agents, man. They don't care. They look at it like their mama could have did better and all this, that. You didn't look at the situation. Some people had a better starting point. When it comes to black people, we'll honestly say had the worst starting point for all races in the fucking world. So if you don't see it like that, every other race did go through something. But when it comes to even foreigners being able to get a free check just by being in America, that's true. You get what I'm saying? Like being able to pick up work labor quicker than you because they'll use it as a force. but they're getting ran by a cartel behind closed doors. Like, it's so much different shit. And then y'all will say, in God we trust, the same time as call themselves Christians, and say, in God we trust to bring our troops back. God, bring our troops back. Yo, how the fuck is y'all playing both teams? Ain't that killing? When they go into war with each other, ain't that them blowing up somebody else? So how in the fuck y'all put God we trust or put God bring our troops back, and they went over there to kill somebody else? So not only do y'all advise murder, adultery, but y'all also playing both sides of the fence. So y'all don't understand that. So even when y'all say y'all Christians, y'all do the whole moral concept, the ideology of a Satanist. So you eat the blood and drink the flesh. I mean, you drink the blood and eat the flesh or something, which is what a Satanist do, right? Wow. So then you be wondering what's wrong with these people. So then they'll say they're black conservative and then say they're Christian. It'd be like, damn, so you double fucked up, huh? So you double racist. So y'all don't realize when they get y'all to pick a race, stand behind a certain politic, stand behind a certain education system, stand behind a certain entertainer, stand behind a certain business law, they got your ass already to be a colonizer. You just didn't realize it. It's not a game where you're going to be good at being a good-hearted person, what's going to get you far in life. No, it's about you being greedy and doing whatever it takes to push somebody else on the bottom. Why y'all think we say this a dog-eat-dog world? Because it is. It's the people that's good to people is not in positions you expected them to be. Because it gave you a religious perspective to tell you this is how you should act. But yet they did every other act outside of it to control how you can even get put in position. So now you have to go join a fraternity, give up your soul and your livelihood for everything you stand for, sell your morals and codes and conducts. So we see it not only with the YouTubers that's going on in the world, like, you see the little Rakaz up here with a dress for Halloween. You got the Anton Daniels, always talking about the EBT queens and talking about black people. And it's not just black people on EBT. And then you got this little guy acting like this normal for him to be in a dress. He's 16 on the TV. Like, what world is we living in? But yet somebody over here talking like me, fucking 3 viewers. Like, come on, bro. Like, I see why they do what they do. But we not, as a real spiritual nigga, I'm not coming here for validation. Like I told y'all, I talk why this motherfucker say 0. I don't give a fuck. I came to get my message out because I have it. If you don't have it, okay, I get it. But if you don't use it, you will lose it. That's just like your muscle, anything else on your body. Don't use it. Watch how quick you lose it. And it's that simple. So, man, that's why I had to break that down. I'm like, man, this shit be crazy. We really watch people get out of a position, get somewhere. You remember how they used to tell you that as a kid? Hey, bro, don't turn to no Uncle Tom. Hey, don't start acting different. You get that money. Hey, dog, don't go acting different. You get that money. As soon as the niggas get that money. Oh, man, bro, acting different. He done got that money. Look how he act now. He don't even want to talk to the people right there. That's all these black conservatives is. They just, like, real talk. If they wasn't making that money, they wouldn't be conservative at all. They'd be like, man, listen, dog, this shit for real. The cost of living is crazy. It ain't about how you try to save. It just don't make sense. Hey, man, how is we paying 55 different things with only one source of income? Don't even make sense. Then the one source of income is the same amount as it takes for you to eat one meal. So you got a source of income where you're getting $14 an hour, but an average meal costs $14 a meal. So now your hours is going on a meal. The other hour might be going by taxes. The other 6 hours you got left is going towards whatever bill. So now, yeah, you a slave with a lot of freedom. That's all it is. You're not getting whipped and boss not telling you, to do this type of shit. Because y'all know slavery fake too, to a degree. I'm going to talk about that too. So, but you still is doing things in a circle where you can't get out of. Where we should be questioning, unlike Anton and them, hear me out, y'all. And I said it last night. Why is he questioning how people can't survive versus why is you not looking at that? Why is it even jobs that pay you the amount that you can't survive? What is we talking about here, y'all? We shouldn't even have jobs that pay less than the average amount to survive. So if y'all said it take $2,000 for a person to survive, it's 12 years, $4,000 to survive. It should be no job paying $24,000, even if it's part-time. It shouldn't even be like that. But no, that's the way we got it set up. And what I mean by that is, I guess it's a lot of people in the world. We understand how the shifts and all that will take effect with the marketing and all that. They always do that bullshit. You know why? Because they can hide behind numbers. Numbers is a lie. Sorry to hurt y'all. Women lie. Men lie. Numbers lie. Why do numbers lie? Look who we're dealing with. How many times we done been lied to and with them put in a position of politics and power? More than 47 times, and we're still going. We're still going. How we even get to number 1 when our first president was a Ku Klux Klan leader? What world y'all thought it was then? Oh, y'all didn't know that the colonizer mind, the Ku Klux Klan mind was the same as the black conservatives? Oh, y'all ain't know that. Oh, y'all thought it just attacked black people because No, they feel this way. They just born with a different skin. Remember, y'all, we all mutts now. This is the same world, bro. Nothing new under the sun. We all mutts now. We just mixed up with different colors and all this shit now. So don't get mistaken because somebody black that you think that they actually black inside. You get what I'm saying? Because if you was able to open up their motherfucking insides, you'll see they goddamn, listen, that motherfucker is pale as hell. You get what I'm saying? Just pale as fuck. Just, I'm telling you, complete light from the inside out. And what I mean by that is the colonizer mind, the washy who. The one that want to wash everything, strip everything, take all the blood and all the sweat, all the tears, all up out of you. Take you for everything you got. That's exactly what they do. And then they walk around like the mafia. But then play people like him where he can't even get on their teams. He can't come to their meetings. Much as these people be out here battling, the Anton Daniels, the Officer Tatums, all this shit they be doing to kiss ass and lick boots, they still get denied. They still get rejected. Y'all seen the Hodges twins. They still got rejected. Much as they bootlicked the other racist party, they still got hit in the face. Motherfucker like, man, get off my goddamn boot, goddammit. That's enough licking on my boot. They got tired of getting their boots licked by you anti-racist motherfuckers. And that's what I gotta call them. Because they come and say, hey, we're black conservatives. We're gonna talk like some white male straight out of a Harvard University. We're gonna attack you by using unnecessary vocabulary words that we didn't have to when we could have made it simple. But due to us having the ideology of a colonizer, we're going to make everything complex just so it can confuse the masses. That's it. That's it. So when they get up here and they say something, now they can squeeze a little bit of truth with it, and that shit sound beautiful. They done painted a whole picture. And if you ain't got on real goggles to see the shit, to see the truth, man, you just got fell for it. Now you'll be up there. Man, yeah, man, black people stupid. Always spending our money on Gucci. Everybody don't buy that shit, bro. Everybody that's black don't do the same stereotype that been around. Do y'all know that people learn from looking? People like, yo, black people, we keep falling for this, so why not do something different? Native Americans, we keep falling. Whatever the fuck you want to call yourself at this point. Because I told y'all, we all ain't got a certain thing. It's just based off of how our mindset is right now. I done seen a white boy more blacker than black. I done seen a black boy more whiter than white. So it don't matter about that shit no more. It matter about you, how you gonna carry yourself, how you carry your mentality. When you have the mentality of being free, that is what we call the Native American mind, or we call the indigenous mind, where that one is you don't want to be colonized, where they might call you hard-headed to certain degrees. They might tell you this stuff that you shouldn't talk about because it's at the risk of your life. Oh, it's at the risk of you not being able to go far. Oh, it's at the risk of this. We the type don't give a fuck about the risk. Y'all ain't get that. I don't even get why people be like, oh, this and that. Like I just told them earlier. 10 of them talking about look behind you. Okay, and whatever's back there gonna get me. If I don't feel like looking behind me, it got me. God damn it, it got me. Oh, well, see, y'all fear mongers. Y'all scared of shit. Y'all look at it like you don't get no other life. So y'all actually say y'all be Christians and don't believe in eternal life. You explain to me eternal life without the spirit going into a different body and a different mind. Okay, because you can't play both. Christians will tell you have eternal life, but when somebody die, they go to heaven. That's not eternal life no more. That's afterlife. Like, what the fuck? That don't even make sense. So then, listen to this explanation. What if eternal life is your spirit don't die off? So yeah, your mama might be this person this lifetime. You might end up dying in this lifetime. Now you got a whole nother mother. Don't that sound way more? As in you don't never end. You always one with something, whether you're an animal, atmosphere, or another human. I don't get it. But no, y'all like to make things complex, make things sound confusing, just so they can have the upper hand on you by using the education to use it as a bully tool. So they use it as a mafia thing. They look at it like, yo, I got more people in my mafia than you got. So, hey, this is right. So they do the same thing with the education system. So a lot of y'all give them the benefit of the doubt. But as soon as y'all hear them say something smart, like I said the other day, what was this Pastor Joshua dude? Way from Africa told y'all the rapture was going to be September the 23rd. September 23rd came, and then the man said, oh, no, we was going off the wrong calendar. I think God got the wrong calendar. What the fuck? Then y'all turn around and said November the 10th, like October or something. And I'm like, come on, man. You got some Christians talking about the rapture date going to be picked and this and that there. You got some of them saying nobody know when the rapture coming. Then you got some, y'all don't think that is just fake? Or y'all just missed the whole ideology? But it's so much people that's smarter because they have more fame, riches, and they have a value, or they have a crowd. They have 7,000 people watching as soon as they come on live, so you feel like there's somebody. They got to be somebody special. Oh, this video got 900,000 views. It got to mean something. Then you click on it and see that somebody just blowing up some shit. And you ain't learn shit from it. And you like, damn, that was pretty cool. Life goes on. You still in your same position. You don't know how to win no mental battles, not even physical. They ain't teach you neither one. So this is what we going on with. This is where people is more comfortable with, and this is just how the world is. So if you don't think spiritual niggas that's really subconsciously in tune didn't see this shit coming from a mile away, you got us fucked up. Because when we try to tell our people about taking the COVID vaccine, about fossil fuel was a lie, about them going to space was a lie, about the JFK shit was mysterious, about the what's the name, the one that just touched all them people, the Jeffrey Epstein one's gonna disappear, and we don't know what happened. Man, they'll show you a video right now of them killing the famous Crip, Tookie Williams, right? But won't show you the exact clip of when they took out Jeffrey Epstein, right? But they used to censor and monetize twerking on camera, but now twerking on camera is everywhere. Killing on camera is everywhere. So mind y'all, they sensitize what they want to sensitize. But the gang shootings in Chicago and all that, they show you them. Yeah, they show you them. Y'all got to understand the pushes that be going on, dog. This stuff don't be pushed out for no reason. Even with the thing with the young thug, with all the backslash from his friends, all that shit, y'all. All of it got something to do with something. Rakai dressing up as a girl and on every platform and doing the most, bro. It's extremeness. Y'all got to remember, this is the time of the extremeness. Our head is extreme. We are in Aquarius energy. We are Pluto and Aquarius. So when it's time for people to do extreme things, you got to realize they're going to do it. Why y'all think the Charleston Whites became popular? Why y'all think anybody that was willing to say something that you knew you shouldn't have said or just too crazy to even say became a body, became somebody? You get what I'm saying? Even if it's trolling. That's the reason how some of these trolls got there. After that, it was like a cutoff gate. So now you don't see no real talent. That's why they base themselves around talented other individuals, where they have to have 7 other different people just to be entertaining and just mush it up where you don't even realize it. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy, but y'all don't understand. All this shit fake. I just told y'all the numbers be fake too. These people could buy album sales. These people could buy views and streams. 6ix9ine told y'all. Young Thug told y'all I bought all the streams for Gunna to go #1. So I expected it to. So when we looking at it, we like, hold the fuck up. So yeah, it's a monopoly. More money, win more money. More money you got, the more property. It's a monopoly. So now when somebody land on your property, they pay more than they could ever afford. But you could afford it 15 times, but you still charging it. Because you don't give a fuck about their livelihood. You don't give a fuck about what they have to go through to get there. Because your whole optics is profit. Trying to win bigger than you want. So if a person made 100 million last year, you got them trying to make 300 million this year, and that's cool. But when you beating the brakes down off of somebody or making somebody else go this far down in order for you just to be up there taking away morals, all that shit there, we ain't saying that the world supposed to be an equal place like that. But at the same time, we understand the moderation gonna be some good people and some fucked up people. You're gonna have some people that's good and hearted and some people that just cold-hearted. No matter what you do for them, they just gonna stab you in the back. And that's just how it is. We see the movies, we see the game. It's being pushed anyway. So even if it wasn't true, they're going to make it believable. They're going to push it on the media. They're going to push it down every little news and avenue, create narratives off of it, and make it sound like somebody went through these situations in order to make it real. They could come out with a disease right now called popsilosis. And this is when a human grow popsicles from out of their body. So then now they could just, the only thing they got to do is tell y'all that on the news, go get somebody and be like, this guy is one of the ones that have popsilosis, and pay this man to stand there and act like something really wrong with him. Give him a role to read. He reads the script, and now after that, they come testing around. Your real doctor say, hey, I got to give you this test for this, because not only they want to tell you in the background, I'm finna get paid for this, but they could tell you I don't get paid for giving you this, because that the way that it works is a sponsorship and not them necessarily getting paid for giving it to you. So they can use their way of world with words, and next thing you know, the thing is real. Popsilosis, whatever the fuck it's called. Nah, it's real. Who was you to be able to stop it? All you could do is tell people it's not real before it get here. But who is you to stop them from making up a disease next year? Y'all, bro, it pissed me the fuck off, right? Because I sit here and I hear shit like monkeypox, swine disease, bird flu, COVID, chickenpox, monkeypox, smallpox. And you be like, where the fuck is y'all getting these names from? And man, listen, and then how over time we getting better medicines, and we supposed to be evolution, right, with all this technology, but it's more diseases. It's more diseases than it was when y'all didn't have medicines. Now we got to think. Now what you see, to take this pill, fix your kidney, but it give you headaches, blood, Your feet might get dizzy. You might be drowsiness. You might be throwing up. You might be doing all this, but you took the pill for one fucking thing. Like, we can't forget this, y'all. We can't forget why they stopped playing them commercials like that. Why they went and try to talk faster, make the words smaller, but still try to explain it. Because you try to take a Tylenol for a headache, now you got to worry about blood problems, your kidney bleeding, and your fucking pelvis or something. Y'all ever seen the movie A Million Ways to Die in the West? He was like, the guy was like, yo, he's bleeding from the forehead. He's like, okay, good, give him Blue Jay. Let the Blue Jay pick the blood out of his head. That is just a better form of looking than it was back then. But it's still the same thing. Instead of a person giving you a Blue Jay, hey, give him this pill. So for his head hurting, now his stomach gonna hurt, his foot gonna hurt, elbow gonna be uneven, hair gonna grow out of places it don't supposed to grow. And it's like, what the fuck? And we pay for this stuff. And we pay for it. And then we just all sit here and then we just complain and then go right back to the same systems. Like, yeah, we're not voting for that crowd next year. Let's vote for the other one. Then the next year we get played like that again. And the next year we get played like that again. Until it's all the way to the 47th. Like, what the fuck is going on with y'all? Is y'all able to be adults? Is y'all not seeing what's going on out here? Man, it's crazy. But anyways, y'all, that's all I'm going to talk about, man, tonight, man. That shit just... hopefully I'll keep this video short for the people with the short attention span that probably can't watch a video when they see it say an hour. Because thanks to them, they destroyed that with TikToks, with fucking YouTube shorts, with all of that type of stuff, killed the person mindset. Now people want everything done right here. People don't want to know the steps of how to get to the answer. Now people want the answer. You ever deal with that with your kids? Trying to teach your kids math. It's the same way. They don't want you to teach them the process of how to get it. They just want you to teach them the process. Teach them how you got it. So it's the same thing. I'm not here to teach people, this is how I caught a fish. I'm here to show you how to catch a fish yourself, so then you could keep going on yourself. So it's helping you remember who you are subconsciously. So fuck your conscious, because you can leave your next lifetime. Your subconscious is that conscious that's like pre-storing everything. It's like that deep memory card hard drive or something like that. So we was the first people with hard drives, you know what I'm saying? And then we made a version of ourselves, aka games, computers, and so forth, just like that. But y'all already know, man, I'll talk about that later on a whole nother video, man. I'm out.